Hi there, my name is Mohmad Zulhiqmi Jamil. So today me and my friend is going to teach you or show you something about topic 3, which is distance. It is my part to explain you guys about distance. So allow me to explain about distance. What is actually distance? Distance is actually length between 2 points. If you can see here, there's 2 points which is in different position. So we assume that the first point is x1 and y1, and the second point is x2 and y2. So using the formula of distance, which is distance equal to square root negative x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. So using this formula, we can actually or easily substitute any question or given points to the formula and solve using a calculator or calculate it yourself. So I have a question for you guys to try. So find the distance between points -2, -3 and -4, 4. So the first thing that you should know is you have to assume which point will be your first point, which is x1, y1. So I take -4 and 4 to be my first point. So -4 is x1, 4 is y1, -2 is x2, and -3 is y2. So substitute this points into the given formula. So -4 is x1 minus -2 is x2 plus y1 is 4 minus y2 is -3 square. So you can easily calculate it with your calculator. You get the answer 7.28. So it's better. It is better if you guys rounded it to the 2 decimal places, so that the answer will be more precise. So we will move on to the next topic, which is perpendicular distance. What is perpendicular distance? What can it differ from the usual distance? Perpendicular distance is actually the length of a given points or coordinates to the line. So first you have to know the equation of the line so that you can use it into the formula. So what is the formula of perpendicular distance? So as you can see there, as you can see here, the formula is distance to A, which is you can get from the equation of lines times with M, which is you can get from the points itself, plus B from lines times N from the points, and C. You can get it from the equation of the line. So it is compulsory for you to find the equation of the line first before you substitute any question into the formula. So I also got a question for you to try. Maybe you should try your ability. It's quite good for you to know uh, your own ability. So find the perpendicular distance from the point 5, 6 to the line -2x plus 3y plus 4. So it is given here. As you can see, this is the equation of the line, and it's also given a points there. So we have to find the length of the point 5, 6 to the line given. So we just substitute the information that you can be extracted from the question to the given formula. So it is very easy, right? So given the formula is d to am plus bm plus c over square root of a square plus b square. So a you just substitute with -2, this from the equation of the lines, times m, which is 5, plus b, which is 3, times with n, which is 6, plus c, which is 4, over square root a square, which is -2 square, plus b square, which is 3 square. So just calculate with calculator, you will get 3.328. So the distance between this point 5, 6 to this line is 3.328. It's quite length. So that's all from me. Before that, I would like to say that be careful with all extracted. You should conclude the negative sign if you want to extract any information from your question. so that you can get the correct answer. So thank you for watching. Do subscribe our channel and annyeong, bye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi guys. So today I want to explain about gradient, or it also called slope. So the use of this gradient is to show how steep a straight line is. So there is some method to calculate the gradient. The method to calculate the gradient is by divide the change in y divide by change in x. So for this picture, the change in y is here and the change in x is here. So for example, this line, the change in y is 3 and the change in x is 3. So divide 3 by 3 and we got the answer is 1. So the gradient of this line is 1. For some question, it it give you the coordinate of the line, so we must minus the what we must find the change in y and change in x by minus the coordinate. So for this example, the change in y we can find by 8 minus by 6 and we got 2, and then the change in x 10 minus by 6 and we got 4. So we got the answer 2 over 4, and then we simplify the fraction, we get 1 over 2. So for this line the gradient is 1 over 2. So to know the line is steeper or less steep, we can know by the gradient. If the gradient is larger, so the line is steeper. If the gradient is smaller, so the line is less steeper. For this example, the change in y is bigger than change in x, so it is the steeper line, so it get the larger gradient. For this line, the change in x is bigger than change in y, so we get a smaller gradient and the line is less steeper. To find the gradient of the curve, we must draw a line tangent to the curve. So, and the line must touch one point to the curve. To calculate the gradient, we must get the change in y and change in x of this line. So the change in y is 9 minus by 5 and the change in x is 3 minus by 2.3. So we got the answer 5.71. So this is the gradient of the curve here. So gradient have positive or negative gradient. For this example, it is negative gradient because the the change in y is negative because it goes down. The change in x is positive 2, and we divided the change in y and change in x, negative 4 divided by 2, and we got the answer is negative, 2. For the straight line cross, it is it is it don't have the change in y. Because of that, the gradient of the straight line is 0. For the example like here, there is no change in y. Change in y is 0, and there is change in x is 5, 0 over 5, and the answer is 0. For this line, it is 0 gradient. For the line that straight up or straight down, there is undefined answer. For example like this, there is only change in x, it is 3, and the change in y it is 0. So if we divide the 3 over 0, we got undefined answer. Sometimes the horizontal line, it is called run. The change in x, it is called run, and sometimes the change in y, it is called rise or fall. There is just different word, but there is no calculation change in this line. So there is some question that I have found for this question. We know that this line is negative gradient because it goes down here. So the calculation is we get the change in y is -1 and the change in x is 2. So we divide -1 by 2 and we get -1/2. So the answer is B here. For another question, the gradient of this slope, it is positive because it goes up. So the question is the y gradient, the change of y is 2 and the change in x is 4. So we divide change in y divide by change in x, 2/4, and simplify the fraction, and we get the answer is 1/2, and answer is C. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Fikri, and today we will learn about the geometric subtopic that is midpoint. As you know, midpoint is the point that exactly between two other points in a straight line. Take a look at this diagram 1. This is a straight line, and this is point A, and this is point B. M is the midpoint between A and B. Okay, this midpoint can be calculated using the formula. Okay, it has been given here. X1 plus X2 divided by 2, Y1 plus Y2 divided by 2. Okay, I have two examples for you here. Okay, first is find the midpoint between 6.43 and -10.74. Okay, we apply the midpoint formula that is given above here. 6.4 x1 plus -10.7 x2 divided by 2 for x value, and for y value 3 plus 4 divided by 2, we will get -4.3 divided by 2, 7 divided by 2, and we will get the midpoint is -2.153.5. Okay. For the second example, find the value of P so that -2, 2.5 is the midpoint. Okay, -2, 2.5 is the midpoint between P2 and -1, 3. Okay. As you can see, this question has given us the midpoint, and it asks us to search for this x value, that is P. Just put the x value here, P plus -1 divided by 2, 2 plus 3 divided by 2, and equal to this midpoint. Okay, let's resolve this. P minus 1 divided by 2, 5/2. Okay, and we will get P minus 1 divided by 2, 2.5, equal to this midpoint, -2, 2.5. We just take out the x value here and x value here. P minus 1 divided by 2 equal to -2. Okay, 2 is multiply with -2, we'll get -4. P is equal to -3. Easy, right? Okay, next is the point which divide a straight line into segment with ratio of m/n. Okay, one example here. If P is a point which divide the line AB with ratio m/n, hence coordinate of P is, okay, this is formula for x value and y value, and this z value is applied when we want to find the point of 3 dimension. Okay, kx plus kxa plus its ratio same goes with y value here, ky plus kya and plus and divide with its ratio. Okay, I have one example here. Find the coordinate of P point which divide the straight line joining point A, that's given here 5 3, and point B -4 -6 with ratio 3:2. Okay, we take a look at this formula. This is for x value and this is for y value. Okay, just put like this. P is equal to nx1 plus mx2 divided by sum of its ratio ny1 plus my2 and divide with x when its ratio 2. Okay, P is equal to 2, its ratio is 2, multiply with m multiply with 5 here, sorry, plus 3 ratio, multiply with -4 and divide by its ratio. Okay, for y value same goes with here, 2 for n multiply with 3 y value plus 3 ratio multiply with -6 is y value and divide with its ratio 3 plus 2. Okay, we get like here 10 plus 12 divided by 5 and 6 minus 18 divided by 5 and we get its point, that is -2/5 and -6. Okay, that's all from me. I hope you all can know something about this midpoint. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Mohmad AFFANDY bin MAHADI from 1B AV2. Today I will explain to you about the equation of straight line. So, the most important part of the equation of straight line, of course, we must know what is its equation. The equation of straight line is y equal to mx plus b. So, as you can see here is the graph. Here we call this as the y-axis and here we call this as the x-axis. As you can see here, the straight line was crossed at the y-axis and we know as the y-intercept. Y-intercept is y equal to b. So m is the slope or gradient, how steep the line is, x is how far is along, and y is how far is up. Now you must know what is y, what is m, what is x, and what is b. So I will move to the next part, which is how to solve the question about the equation of straight line. First of all, you must know how to find the gradient. You can find the gradient by two ways. The two ways is either you use the graph or you use the what we call it formula. Yes, you can use the formula. So here, as you can see the graph, m equal to change in y over change in x. So change in y is equal to 2, change in x equal to 1. So 2 over 1 is equal to 2. So you just got it m as the 2. Or you can use the formula y, which is y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1. As you can see here, the red dotted line here and here is the line which is on the straight line of the of the graph. So as you can see here, the reference point here we know as the 3 and 1. 3 is on the y, we know as y2, and 1 is we know as the x2. So here we got is 0 and 1. 0 is x1 and 1 is y1. So You just substitute the value in this formula. 3 minus 1 over 1 minus 0, you got 2 over 1. The answer is 2. As you can see in the graph, the straight line was intercept at the point 1. So you know, as the b is equal to y-intercept, so the y-intercept is equal to 1. So we just got it m as 2. So just substitute all the value in the equation of straight line. You got is y equal to 2s plus 1. So the answer is y equal to 2s plus 1. That's all. So I will move to the question part to make sure you more understand about it. From this question, you can see for the straight line y equal to negative 2s plus 3, what are the slope, what are the y-intercept? As you can see here, and you know, the equation of straight line y equal to ms plus b. So m is the gradient, b is the y-intercept. So the slope is, we know, as the gradient. So the slope here is negative 2 and the y-intercept is 3. So the answer B. Yes, learn, you are right. We move to the next question. Next question is about the graph. As you can see the graph here, the straight line was crossed here, and this is the same as the y-axis. So as here you got negative 5, you just count it up to know what's the value that y-intercept belongs to. So negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. We got here negative 2. And how to find the gradient? To find the gradient, you just use the m equal to change in y over change in z. Change in y we got 1, 2. So here we got is 2, change in y, and y is change in z, 1, 2, 3, 4. You got here 4. So changes y over changes z, 2 over 4 equal to 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 you got as the y-intercept as negative 2. So the answer is equal to y equal to 1 over 2 as minus 2. So you got D. You just got the right answer. Okay, I hope you all understand what I explained today and enjoy the equation of straight line. Thank you from me, and thanks for listening. That's all. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohd Ashraf bin HAIRUL Sham, and my student ID number is 5321-311-4099. Today I'm going to explain about parallel lines. As you can see here in this diagram, this is parallel lines. What are the conditions for parallel lines? Parallel lines are lines which do not meet. These lines may only exist in the diagram if the slope or the gradient of the lines is equal. Every point of the lines at exactly the same minimum distance from equidistant lines. Let's take this line and this line. Each point of the lines are exactly the same minimum distance from each other. Lines of parallel should also be in the same plane and extend to infinity in either direction. The main formula for parallel lines is m1 equals to m2. To show you the use of this formula, let's take this question. The straight line joining the point A, A3, to the point B, 5, 7, is parallel to the straight line joining the point B to the point C, negative 3, negative 1. Calculate the value of A. Gradient for line AB should be equal to gradient for line BC since they are parallel to each other. So MAB equals to MBC. Calculate it, and we get MAB equals to 4 over 5 minus A, and MBC equals to 1. Therefore, replacing each other, 4 over 5 minus A equals to 1. 5 minus A equals to 4. and we get A equals to 1. This is one of the use of M equals M1 equals to M2. With the addition of a transversal line, like in this diagram, two parallel lines exist and we add a transversal line. So in this situation, the corresponding angle are equal. For take this example, A equals to E. The alternate interior angles are also equal, like this C here equals to F. And the alternate exterior angles are also equal. Take here B and G. And the consecutive interior angles add up to 180. Take here D and F. If we add up them together, we get 180. If all these characteristics exist, then the lines are parallel. Let's take a question. Take a look at this diagram. AB and CD are parallel lines, AB and CD, and the EH is a transversal. What is the size of angle of EFB? It is given here, the angle of HGD 54 degree, and we want to find EFB. So we know that HGD is equal to AFE, so this is a straight line, so this add up total is 180. Since AFE is 54 degree, we just minus that 180 minus 54 and we get 126 degree. Let's take another question. This diagram for example 3. PQ and RS are parallel lines, PQ and RS, and TW is a transversal. The size of angle TUQ is x plus 12 degree, and the size of angle SVW is 3x plus 48 degree. We know that TUQ is equal to RVW, so x plus 12 degree plus 3x plus 48 degree should be equal to 180 degree. So we just add up them together and we get 4x equals to 120 degree and x equals to 30 degree. And that will be all from my presentation.